Hello.
Hello.
How is everybody doing today?
doing well.
Yeehaw. As I see you're playing Undertale.
No more.
What?
No more.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm going to be doing Terraria. Anyway,
Fair enough. But I do have a few cursed cooking things that have been sent over that I haven't checked out yet, so we're gonna take a look at some of that, and we might as well start off with one that was literally sent in yesterday.
Gentles and ladies.
An all-beef cookbook.
Oh, sounds...
I am very concerned as to what direction this could possibly go in, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know.
Gentles and ladymen, welcome back to the kitchen. Might I say, it is so good to see you again, and I trust you've been keeping happy, well, healthy, and content. And if
Barely.
that is the case, shall we put an end to that right now?
I'm sorry?
Because I've gathered you all here today to talk about one of the most outlandish cookbooks I've had the pleasure to plaster my peepers upon as of late, and it's this little concern from 1981.
All-beef cookbook. How do people even come up with this?
Now, from the outset, you may be able to tell that it is a bona fide, down-home, good old-fashioned community cookbook, my favorite, with hallmark, comb-binding, diminutive size, and delightful front cover. And you might ask, Dylan, what is on the front cover? Why, it is the Sheridan County Cowbells all-beef cookbook from the great state of Wyoming. And I do
Of course it's from fucking Wyoming.
want you to ponder on that phrase, all beef, as you think about what usually falls in the last chapter of most cookbooks. Now back to Wyoming. Sheridan County lies way up in the frosty north of the state, just bordering Montana. The whole county has about 30,000 people, and it's home to the town of Sheridan. And it's about as Wyoming and western of a town you can find. As noted by all these family cattle brands you can see here forming a border. America may be too young a nation to have family crests and coats of arms, but you can think of cattle brands as an iconographic equivalent. And indeed, if we open up the book to the Our History section, you can see down here all the family cattle brands of the families of the Sheridan County Cowbells founders.
And they came up with the all-beef cookbook. Again, how do people come up with this? I thought those are runes. Ah, yes, the Mage's Cookbook.
Are but a chapter of the Wyoming Cowbells, founded in the town of Lander in the year 1940, and it's an organization dedicated to one thing: furthering the beef industry. And you can glean as much from the front cover, where it ordains the command to eat beef. They believe the livestock industry is of basic importance to world existence, and that's a quote I pulled directly from their website, because they still exist to promote all things cow and cow adjacent and cow related.
Okay, I guess that explains a little bit more about why it's an all-beef cookbook.
In 1982, they changed their name to the Wyoming Cattlewomen, and they continue to operate and confer and meet with the Wyoming Beef Council et al. And you're free to check out their webpage to learn more, because I'm certainly not doing them any justice. But enough, Dylan, you say! Get to the book! Now, the Wyoming All-Beef Cookbook may not seem that egregious to you until I introduce you to the table of contents.
Oh boy.
Where beneath the headings of all things...
Let's see here. So we have soups, stews, and sauces. I guess that makes sense. Roasts, obviously. Beefsteak recipes. Hopefully they don't fuck those up. Ground beef checks out. Variety cuts and miscellaneous checks out. Salads. Salads? With beef. What?
Savory, we get to the chapter Baking with Beef.
Wait a... I didn't even process that. Baking with beef? Huh? Baking? Like fucking cakes? With beef? What? Okay. I mean, if they mean like a meatloaf, something tells me that Judging by the fact that baking with beef lasts for a whole 8 pages, it's not just meatloaf. It's 8 whole pages of baking with beef. It's not just meatloaf.
Sound the alarm! And I'm afraid it's just as we feared, because the cowbells took their mission at face value and implored you to insert literal beef into your desserts and sweets.
How could I have guessed?
And I'm not talking about suet and tallow. I'm talking about ground and roast beef in your cookies, candies, cakes, and breads. What
Why?
a fever dream, yet we lie awake. So strap yourselves in and get comfy, because we gonna be making 4 of these recipes in the name of that which we do best: exploration into yesteryear's acts of culinary warfare. So our chapter opens with a proclamation. Add a little protein to your desserts with the addition of ground beef. Tasty and nutritious. And
I don't think I'll be doing that. I'm pretty sure there's better ways to add protein to your desserts than with ground fucking beef. Some witches cooking.
you can see the elevating absurdity with wonders like beef bread, beef nut bread, beef cranberry fruit nut bread.
Why?
Anyway, we'll be starting with the middle one, the plain beef nut bread. Partly because the cranberry one asks for fresh cranberries, and it simply isn't the season. We dodged a bullet with that one. We're going to be starting with our dry ingredients, and here that is 2 cups of flour, with our leavening being 3 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda. We got a half teaspoon of salt in there, and they're actually counting the half cup of sugar here as a dry ingredient, even though we bakers typically see sugar as a wet ingredient. And once that's all together, we're to stir in some walnuts, which is essentially flouring our nuts. Woo, better than deflowering, but that's an old wives' tale that decrees that floured nuts do not sink. They said the same about the Titanic. So the premise...
Okay, that's a good one. Are they putting sugar on beef? I don't fucking know. Clearly they will try and shove beef into absolutely anything, even if it's a war crime like this.
This will be to combine the dry ingredients and then separately mix together the beefy wet ingredients and bring the two together in matrimony. Let's 3-heat the oven to pre-50 and begin. 2 cups of flour, here we go. I hope you guys been baking, you've been keeping well and doing all the good things. 1, 2. Now for the leavening with 3 teaspoons of baking powder. That's a lot of floof powder. Now they're calling for a further teaspoon of baking soda, which is going to be way too much for my altitude. I'm at 7,220 feet, so I'm going to cut that in half and only use a half teaspoon of baking soda. Bob's your uncle. And in goes the salt and the half cup of sugar. I'm simply trying to ignore what's coming down the line, chopping up our walnuts with a perfectly normal implement.
Won't be able to ignore that forever, Dylan. You will soon have to add in... How much beef did it say? Hang on. A half pound. A half pound of ground beef. A half pound? Oh my god.
Nuts, but in they go. Does this stop them from settling to the bottom? No, not.
Ever heard of beef whip? I'm sorry, what? What is beef whip? I'm seeing whipped beef tallow. Oh, okay. People use this as moisturizer, I see. What the fuck? Okay. Sure, yeah. What? It's something they keep talking about in Modern Redemption Dev. Beef with whipped Huh?! Some people should not be allowed within 5 feet of a kitchen.
Not at all. All you're getting is dusty nuts. If you want that, go to town. And now we need the beef. Oh dear. Does this got the beef diaper? Oh, we got the beef diaper. Oh, we need a ½ pound of this, which is a lot. You know, as a baker, I thought I could avoid this, but I guess not. In goes a cup of buttermilk. As I always say, if you don't have buttermilk, you can always go to the store. Okay, so Miss Ann Coakley, my food and nutrition teacher at Work Academy Bermuda, where I went to school and where I grew up, impressed upon me that you must always read liquids on the counter at eye level, meaning get down on your knees and read this dead on. The thinking is, if you pick this up and read it, it's gonna change depending on the angle where your eyes meet, so just, pop that down. It's just right onto the beef. As you can see, it's doing just about what you'd expect, being disgusting. Just some...
Yeah, that looks revolting. No.
Pink nondescript soured meat juice for your amusement. We gotta melt 3 tablespoons of margarine. I no longer melt this in butter in the microwave. I can't stand it. It always pops and explodes and it gets out of the vessel no matter how low a power mode or how infrequently or frequently I do it. I don't know if you've got any tips, but it hates me, so I'm just doing this on the stove. Fire! Now that it's melted, we just stir it in, followed by a teaspoon of vanilla extract, to the beef.
Vanilla extract to the weird beef combination? The fuck is this? It's beef nut bread, apparently. Because apparently some people that are really within the meat industry decided to create an entire cookbook, and the final section is about baking with beef.
Beef. Everyone loves vanilla beef. This is a really bad idea. Now, because this is partly a baking soda and acid reaction, once we mix the dry with the wet, we need to act kind of fast because you're producing gas and you're going to want to get that in the oven. So I recommend, if you're baking this, I recommend you have your 9x5 loaf pan ready, greased, and I'm using a parchment sling because there's literally no reason not to. It guards against sticking, especially in a dark pan. So we're going to put 1 and 1 together to make 2, hopefully not summon something, and throw her in the oven. Oh dear. It's beefy.
Oh my.
Okay, it's a fairly heavy batter.
That looks fucking disgusting.
You pulled it out of someone.
It looks like artificial salmon. That's the best way I could describe what this looks like.
That's not incorrect.
Chum bucket!
Yes, that too. That also works. That's probably even more accurate, actually.
Straight out of Plankton's kitchen!
Exactly. Yep.
Thanks, Dan! Yummy prison food!
Ew.
Oh god. Some people just have way too much free time on their hands, and they create a cookbook where the final section is creating beef bread, so I doubt that this will turn out good.
Moves with a sort of sentience, and it goes on the middle rack, 350 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes. Now, as this is baking, I'm getting a bit of deja vu. Way back to the dark ages of August of 2020 when I recorded and uploaded the first recipe ever. That was the pork cake, some of you may remember, which was a spiced, molassesy fruit cake with some quantity of ground pork in it. It exploded, and I've been doing this ever since. I baked the pork cake with Jay Leno and Kelly Clarkson on the Kelly Clarkson Show. Crazy! But if we're speaking about why this recipe is so strange, it's because there's a precedent for pig, right? There's a precedent for pork fat in baked goods, not beef. And
Yeah, that is kind of a difference there. Never once have I heard of someone using beef for bread, and at least, if I remember correctly, the pork cake recipe was okay, at least according to Dylan. His only problem was the fact that he knew that there was beef inside, or not beef, fucking pork inside of it, which made it weird for him. You could throw that in a pond and piranhas will go crazy for it, then die.
You say, Dylan, why? Well, it's because ground pork is not that far off of lard, my nemesis. In times of strife, if you didn't have shortening, lard, butter, you could appreciably approximate lard by using ground pork, right? It's fatty, it sort of melts into the background in the oven, gets overtaken by spices, and that's all right. Strange? Sure. I described the pork cake as tasting like a question mark. Beef does not do that. Beef is what I would call robust. It does not blend into the background. It stays where it is, definitively in the realm of savory, which is why if we're trying to use beef fat in baking, you use suet. Okay, what's suet? Suet is raw cow fat, specifically fat from the organs, the kidneys, I believe.
It sounds awfully close to sewage, which threw me off for a second. What has Dan sent me? What the fuck is this? Beef whip. Templars should have a small chance to order beef whip. We still need to add beef whip. Music man gets beef whip. 1 in 100,000 chance for a Templar to ask for beef whip in recipe. Ground beef plus whipped cream. Beef whip is an item in quickest game of all time? When was that added? Fucking beef whip? Beef whip?
Yeah, beef
What
whip.
is going on in Modern Redemption? Jesus Christ.
And that stuff is prized and used in baking and mincemeat because it does not have the same beefy, savory flavors as fat from the rest of the cow, like the gristle on your ribeye. Okay, so you take that suet, that raw fat, you heat it up, you clarify it, you strain it. What is that? Rendering. And you get tallow. Rendered suet is tallow, which is great in baking and cooking, and for some inexplicable reason, people have been putting it on their faces, but that's another matter entirely.
Oh yeah, I already took a look at that earlier, because I thought that when Dan brought up beef whip, it was talking about something else entirely, and not beef and whipped cream.
You render pork fat from anywhere on the pig, you get lard. So it's all about the fats, just like it was in 1915. Didn't have lard? Go ahead and use ground pork. That's why this recipe is so insane, because it has nothing to do with fat, as evidenced by the fact that it asks for lean ground beef.
I didn't even notice that. It's just asking for the straight up ground beef. Oh, it's even worse than I thought.
This is just beef for the sake of beef, maybe a slim argument for protein. It's been 50 minutes, and the recipe says to bake for around so, or until brown and crusty, meaning this method contains both the words moistened and crusty.
Disgusting.
Quite the accomplishment. Oh, that's crusty, all right. Now, I've only let this cool a trifle because they insist on serving it hot. Such bounties were afforded. You ready? Oh my.
It at least looks like bread. Though to be fair, so does meatloaf. At this point, just bite it to a living cow!
Admittedly, the rise is
Oh
not
my
amazing. Perhaps I
God.
should have used all the soda, but I think that's the least of my concerns. Are you ready? Ah.
Oh, that looks like the inside of a dry meatloaf. Legendary meat.
That's different, man. I'm just gonna do a giant slice like that because I don't play around. All right, family, recipe 1 of the beef jamboree. Face your eyes upon this loaf and tell me what you think of it, because I don't want to think much more than I already am. The weight, substantial. The smell, disconcerting. I'm gonna break this in half so I can get some centerpiece.
Well. Yep,
Cool.
okay. Yep, alright. I was waiting for that! I was waiting for that. Just the slow realization. Oh my god, that is awful. It's a flavor that sneaks up on you. Oh no! Look at just...
Cool.
Oh no! Like, I can pinpoint every single thought that's probably going through his head. First bite. Okay. That's fine. Wait a minute. Wait, what the fuck did I just... Oh god, that's disgusting. Oh god! That's probably what's going on in his head right there. I'm probably not too far off with that. Dan, what is this?
I'll take this and that, or at least one of those, and I gotta take that. Yes, yes, no, yes, all of these. This one is right.
What the fuck? Oh. The food you can make with level 1 intelligence in modded Minecraft.
Bad. First few chews, you think you're okay, but then...
That reminds me of... I know that one of the mods that exists is Farmer's Delight, and like a few add-ons for it in my modded Minecraft. And I remember one of the recipes I came across is like something for something just straight up called a burnt roll, and I'm like, who the fuck would eat this? No one saw the video? Fuck, hang on. We'll quickly, where's my display capture? There it is. Here we go.
I'll take this and that, or at least one of those, and I gotta take that. Yes, yes, no, yes, all of these. This one is right.
Oh boy.
I could recognize almost all of those mods except for the one that he threw out. And then it just ends there. That's great.
So do you want to hear some stupid stuff? Because just literally 5 minutes of scrolling through Twitter is all it takes sometimes to just get really stupid stories.
I mean, that's just Twitter for you.
So this one is our good friend Tim Swindle. With an interesting quote, where apparently Steam is missing out on millions of PC players because it doesn't have games like Fortnite, Riot Games titles, or Genshin Impact.
Huh?
They said Valve has, quote, nothing, a nice thing going on PC, but added that Steam is, quote, missing out on a lot of opportunity by not having those games available on the platform. Despite the fact that they recently got Zenless Zone Zero on Steam, which, that's interesting.
Can Tim Sweeney literally do anything else other than, like, bitch about Valve on Twitter?
I think this is on Twitter. This is done in an article. Let's see. An interview with
Okay,
PC
then my
Gamer.
question then changes to
Clarify.
can Tim Sweeney do literally anything else other than bitch about Valve?
He wanted to create a thing. So apparently, he's trying to make he made a speech during the Unreal Fest in Chicago, where he put out a call to create, quote, Team Open, and apparently that includes Valve and Steam. In an interview with a PC Gamer, and that he'd be happy to include Valve in this theoretical open. Oh my gosh! Listen to this. He wants to create. He would be happy to include Valve in this, quote, open, this theoretical open, interconnected gaming ecosystem. When prompted by the interviewer as to why Valve would do such a thing given the position of strength they're in, Sweeney explained that he had that view that they currently are missing out on a lot of opportunities for that stuff. The specific... It's a lot of quotes. That's weird. So he wants to create a thing called Team Open? The fuck is Team Open?
Calamity Overhaul. I have never heard of that mod in my entire life. I I actually genuinely wonder how bad Calamity Overhaul must be for it to get just immediately thrown out. Never touch it, please. Motherfucker, you now have me so curious that I want to play it now. I played fucking Forgotten Evils. Do you really think I am above checking out whatever Calamity Overhaul is?
So apparently he called out closed ecosystems like Roblox, and one of the solutions he called for his team open, which is an alliance of gaming companies that could do things right. What the fuck? So he wants to create an interconnected thing for everyone. I'm confused as to what he's trying to go for. It's weird.
What in the... Ah, yes, Calamity Overhaul has screenshots that basically tell me nothing about what's actually in the mod. What is this one? This is a large-scale content expansion mod aimed at adding more interesting mechanics and storyline events, as well as optimizing existing game content. Oh no. Mod adds new terrain structures that can only be encountered in New World. It's recommended to install Recipe Browser and Boss Checklist. I already do that.
That's fucking hilarious. People are yelling in the comments, being like, "Steam's got no games." Did we not just have like a Steam Next Fest demo thing like 2 weeks ago?
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, they did, and that's the thing. They're like, "Oh, Steam's got no new games coming out." It's like no new big AAA games.
Plenty of new
even though
games.
That's not true.
Of course, a thing called InnoVault, and it's not showing up at all.
I am overindulgent with big new game releases and titles.
And you ask people why they use this mod, they either say it has Calamity in it or the Murasama rework.
I only use it for the Murasama rework, as far as I know.
Oh no.
And I've seen like 2 other new reworks. No. Recently.
People do not know how to do anything. Bless you.
Excuse me.
I have my next video then. I have my next 2 videos actually.
Also, yeah, disrespecting a dead guy? I'm sorry, disrespecting a dead guy? That's part of the mod?
Is it to do with the halibut cannon? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, the halibut cannon weapon, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's
There's a
that.
rework for that.
That reminds me, for whatever reason, you can add non-Steam games to your library.
Did you not read my other messages? I did see your other messages. I see there only ever been those 2 reasons, and they get people like that. Also, yeah, disrespecting a dead guy. Oh, they turned a tribute weapon to a dead guy into a waifu horny bait character? Oh, I didn't even I'm sorry, they fucking what? That's what oh my god, that's what this is? Hang the fuck on. That's what this is?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what that is. I mean, you the halibut cannon right there too.
I didn't even pick up on that. Oh my fucking god. Fantastic. Amazing.
We
I saw a
love
short about
respecting,
this. I wonder if the short is like one of the fucking like get good ones, or it's just like this mod is good, and I'm
No.
not gonna really explain why.
I don't think it was him. It probably would have been more.
There's of course, so I made that small jab about like other people like all they do is just fuck around with a mod for like 15 minutes and cheat sheet, and then they make like a short saying that the mod is good and never really explaining whether or not it's actually good from a gameplay perspective, or if it's only good when you fuck around with it. And you're not, like, actually trying to play the fucking game. Because I see a concerning amount of, like, large Terraria content creators literally just uploading shorts of, like, the most mid-as-fuck mods that I think I've ever seen, and they talk about it like it's the second coming of Jesus Christ.
God. Bad. First.
Cuff Cuff Game Raiders. Game Raiders, yeah. Game Raiders is also another one that kind of commits that cardinal sin, although more so in a little bit of the long-form content sometimes. I do remember one of the videos that I literally used in the background when, you know, briefly talking about the Tremor mod was, in fact, Game Raiders, like, old Tremor mod, like, 1.3 review that he made back when the mod was released. He used to make genuinely good mod reviews. He used to actually talk about what worked and what didn't within mods, and now he's just one of those fucking content slop guys that just goes like, this mod is good, even though all I did was just mess around with it for 15 minutes and cheat sheet, never really actually played the fucking game. Like, it's genuinely disappointing to just literally look back at that video go like, wow, what the fuck happened, Game Raiders? Like, no disrespect to him, his videos are still good, but, like, Jesus Christ, whenever he talks about any mods, he always, like, hypes them up, no matter how fucking mediocre they really are. Like, again, so far, a lot of, like, the bigger, like, Terraria content channels I've seen that have even talked about Forgotten Evils hype the fuck out of the mod, like it's the second coming of Jesus Christ, purely because the Moonlord is just a fucking guy with a moon for a head, and that was literally about it. Or because it's brutally fucking difficult without realizing that difficulty doesn't necessarily mean it's good.
Difficulty slump.
Exactly. Like, just because it's brutally difficult doesn't make it good. If the difficulty is actually, like, a solid good difficulty, like, you know, I guess you could say, for example, to an extent, Revengeance Mode Calamity is kind of like... There's very few actual, like, difficulty mods that aren't being actively reworked that I can even really bring up here. And even then, Calamity is another one that's kind of an exception because they're also doing their own reworks. I would bring up Fargo Souls, but,
2.0.
yeah, I think I'll wait for 2.0 to come out before I really make a proper judgment on it. But, you know, pretty much from what I've seen, a lot of, like, unique difficulty mods that I've at least seen have really either they've been okay at best, and at worst, it's just genuine fucking garbage. Like, I have yet to find one difficulty mod, like, it adds in a new difficulty, with or without another, like, content mod added onto it, that hasn't been, at the very best, just kind of like, it's okay. Like, even when I played Infernum for a little bit, I was just kind of like, I mean, it's alright, it's pretty challenging, but it's not something I would write home about. Disappointing that they don't work on it anymore, but, you know. But people hyping it up like it's the second coming of Jesus Christ just because the fact that it has cool-ass visuals is just kind of like, okay, good for them, I guess. You get the same effect just by playing fucking, you know, Wrath of the Gods. Wrath of Gods has genuinely interesting bosses. Even if the Avatar of Emptiness is relatively simple in comparison.
If you choose, you think you're okay, but then it hit me in the back of the throat. Cow. You know, that savory, salty, slightly umami flavor from hot beef. Might be a stretch to say, I just don't think that goes with vanilla and sugar. And the...
Yeah, no shit it doesn't. I remember seeing his Forgotten Evils video. God, I almost want to take a look at that and just see what his actual thoughts on it are compared to my own actual experience with me actually playing the fucking mod. When did you ever see a boss destroying your rod of Discord, huh? I can't really think of any other bosses that actually actively did that. The only one that I can think of is Nameless Deities. I mean, doesn't that only happen on Legendary, though?
Walnuts just seem
yeah,
to
I
be
think
here
it
to
does,
bear
yeah.
witness to this atrocity. I'm sorry, cowbells. The first one is a miss. Good morning, big dogs. How'd you sleep? Yeah, me neither. So the beef nut bread was not a success.
No shit.
Some of you might have seen that coming from a mile away, which means we're going to be moving on now to recipe number 2. I checked this morning to make sure the beef nut bread didn't move from where I put it last night. Just keep an eye on it for undulations. But truly, despite the jokes, and before we do move on, I do want to drive home that this video is not to purely make fun of this cookbook, right? I do believe when a recipe is written, put in a book, published, and, sold with an organization's name on it, there has to be some merit here. There might be something we're missing, and
My main guess is that I don't think there's a whole lot that we're missing other than people who are just really, really obsessed with beef. To a kind of unhealthy extent.
there's got to be potential. So it's not purely just for fun. There is an explorative element to this. We're just trying desperately to find it. And find it we might with our second adventure, the beef spice cake. That's right.
The beef
You heard
cake.
Beef spice cake.
I am scared.
Right, folks, as you can see at the top of
you
page
should be.
86, in broad daylight, a beef spice cake. We love beef cakes around here, right? Gets me.
Spicy beef doesn't sound too bad. Well, it depends on what kind of spices they're throwing into this. Let's see this one. Beef spice cake requires sugar, shortening, raisins, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Okay, well, sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg combined with cooked, lean ground beef. A whole cup of it concerns me. Because I'm not sure those go very well together, but... It's all cake and cookies with beef. Yeah, I see the one right below that. No-bake chocolate beef cookies. Chocolate beef cookies.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
6, in broad daylight, a beef spice cake. We love beef cakes around here, right? Gets me excited. But I'm not sure about this one, so let's take a peek at the ingredients. Right off the bat, we can tell it's going to be sweet with a cup of sugar, followed by a half cup of shortening. So there's added fat in this recipe, just like the previous bread. We have a whole cup of raisins. Wonderful. They're going to be plumpened nicely in 1 1/2 cups of water. For the beef portion of the beef spice cake, we have a cup of cooked ground beef. Again, lean. This is different because this is calling for it to be cooked. The previous was raw. For spices, we have a teaspoon each of...
I don't know how much different it would be if it was pre-cooked before it goes into the cake, but... Sure. Food for the realist of men, I guess. Well, that's probably why I'm not interested in this.
cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg, the old school trifecta, and finally a half teaspoon of salt. And you'll notice that all of this is to be put in a saucepan and boiled for 4 minutes.
Huh? Okay. You know what, at this point, I feel like they're just making shit up.
A veritable babbling brook of a witch's brew. When cool, we're to add 1 3/4 cups of flour, a level teaspoon of soda, I will use the whole amount this time, and a beaten egg.
Why didn't they include the egg in the ingredients list? Wouldn't it be important to bring up the egg as part of the ingredient list? Oh, whatever. Maybe they just do different. Maybe they just do shit different in Wyoming. I don't know.
Mix well and bake at 300 to 325 degrees for 1 hour. Now, isn't that peculiar? I've baked tons of recipes and I've never seen laxity assigned to the range of oven temperatures. Granted, it's essentially saying just a slow oven, but still odd for 1981. The starting step in this sequence will be to cook the beef, and we'll measure it cooked. Oh my Lanta. Hey Dylan, what you doing with that beef? Oh, you know, just starting my cake. Also, pardon the stove, it's been permanently maimed. Nobody warned me about legit oven cleaners. Have you ever used one? That stuff will take your eyebrows off. I don't reckon we need to brown this. I think we're just cooking it. But she also doesn't say whether or not to drain it, so we have ourselves a functional dilemma. What's your stance, Captain? Do we drain it? I don't think so. I think she would have specified if so. There's truly not much. It's pretty lean. We're just gonna go for it. Into the saucepan, a cup of sugar, half a cup of shortening. Do you like Crisco's rebrand? It's all retro now. I think Jell-O's done it as well, and it's really dapper. A big honking cup of raisins in there. Also, I picked these up the other day at the co-op. They're flame raisins. I don't
Flame raisins? I've never heard of those before.
know what flame raisins are. Are they good? 1.5 cups.
Like, does it mean that they're spicy raisins, or are they, like, flame dried, or what is a flame raisin? I've never... Hang on, now I'm curious. What's a flame raisin? Flame raisins. What exactly are they? I don't want the AI overview. I want to know what a flame raisin is. What makes flame raisins unique? What is this one? I want to know what flame raisins are. So what are flame raisins? Simple answer, they're sun-dried flame grapes. Flame grapes are bright red. Flame raisins are a bit more muted, but still noticeably red. Okay, so it just comes down to the type of grape that's used to make the raisin. Okay. So, okay. So it's just made from a specific grape called the flame grape. That still doesn't really explain what the difference is, but at least that kind of sates my curiosity enough for me to understand what we're probably getting into.
Cups of water and a cup of beef. I can't get over this. A teaspoon each of cinnamon, sorry Pensies, ground cloves, which is a lot of cloves. Maybe it'll hide the beef. And nutmeg. Half teaspoon of salt, and you bring it all together.
Oh, God! Hang on, let's look at that.
Half teaspoon of salt, and you bring it all together.
Oh, that is... That is disgusting!
That is slop. Gross.
Actual fucking hot shit inside of a toilet. Who shitted in the pot? Oh, God.
Fire! We bring this to the boil and boil it for 4 minutes. All right, it's been 4 minutes.
Well,
it looks pretty terrible. Smell.
It went from shit to diarrhea.
Very much of cloves. We need to let that cool before we move on. I'm going to preheat the oven to 325. So if you were paying attention, you may have noticed we have another dilemma ahead of us. While she tells us what temperature to bake it at, vaguely, and for how long, she does not tell us what to bake it in. A 9x13 is out because there's simply not enough batter. Our other option is a 9-inch round, but this is a single layer cake, so that would be a little bit unusual. Typically these are used for layer cakes, but we're not filling and frosting our beef cake, unfortunately. Sorry to disappoint. So
Oh, I see what you did there.
we're settling on a 9-inch
SpongeBob boiling in liquid shit type food.
square, which is prototypical for these cakes, right? Think of the chocolate potato cake of yore. You've got a single layer, unfrosted spice cake. Go ahead with a 9-inch or 8-inch square. It is time to assemble, so in goes our 1 3/4 cups of flour,
Oh, boy.
a level teaspoon of soda, and a beaten eggy. Says to mix well. Oh, it's foaming!
Oh!
Foamy beef!
Oh no.
Oh, what terrors! Welcome to the Foamy Beef Express. Hold on, maybe this isn't a big enough pan. I don't think that pan's big enough. Quick, pivot! You gotta pivot on the heel, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Get out of my beefcake! I didn't account for the foam. In it goes, $3.25 for an hour. Allow me to.
It's viscous.
I am scared for what this cake is gonna look like when it's baked. Hey, cut those images? Oh, yeah, good. Dan, what be? SpongeBob boiling in a pot of shit.
Gross.
What is it? Shit, Bob boiling in a pot of sponge. Oh god, that's great.
To take this moment to thank our sponsor, you. Because you guys have been so kind and you picked up my books, Baking Yesteryear and Baking Across America, I'll never do a sponsor segment. There's no sense and I hate them, so why would I put them on you? So thank you, and let's get back to the beef. All right, cuz it's been 55 minutes and it smells done, which typically means it is done. And the smell is just cloves. Let's see what we got. Oh dear. That is dense.
Oh! It did not rise at all!
It looks like...
It looks like a giant hockey puck!
You know when you're at a construction site or something and it rained? But the dirt was so compressed that the rain just kind of set.
Yeah, I see
whatever
it.
it could.
I see
Kinda
it.
is like that, yeah.
Oh god.
Appearance-wise, it looks like a fruitcake, very similar to the pork cake I made in 2020. Let's just double check. There's a lot of resistance there. Yeah, it's done. But can we get it out?
I don't think it came
Ready?
out. Oh, it did. That is... Yeah, that looks like...
Just slap some icing on it. It'll look fine.
Why would you put icing on a cake that has beef in it?
What would you rather prefer, mayonnaise?
Neither sound good. It looks like a brick.
How about cream cheese?
No, thank you.
Oh, let's see if we can't cut into it. It's a neat little round, isn't it? Oh, it's a bit rubbery, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh my. Is that beef? Recipe number 2, here we go.
Yeah, there it is again. There it is again. It sneaks up on you. Oh no!
It's kinda gross.
It's another one where the flavor sneaks up. I hate that. Once again, you can just see him go like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Oh god, that is revolting. Kill me. Some poor soul would think this is chocolate cake, and yeah, they would just get a mouthful of beef. You bring this shit to a fucking cookout, and you'll be bringing 2 types of beef. Jesus Christ.
No. Pardon me. I'm not exaggerating, that's very, very bad. The beef is what I would call front and center, baby. I mean, not so much in flavor, but in texture for sure. Very...
Ugh!
Gross. A beef.
No, beef texture for a cake is,
Not good.
That is... Yeah, no.
Rubbery, bouncy, and chewy because the beef we not only cooked and boiled, but baked too. Thrice cooked beef in a cake I would not recommend, and the cloves are there, sure, but it only serves to add a medicinal quality to the cow, and you cannot seem to escape that ground beef taste. Unlike pork, which kind of melts, the pork cake was alright. This is definitively not. I'm losing a bit of faith because I fail to believe that someone has taste tested this. I'm beginning to know.
I mean, this is a cookbook specifically designed by people that are part of the meat industry, specifically the beef industry. I doubt that at least the baking recipes were properly tested to see if they were remotely edible.
Notice that the rest of the recipes in the book have names associated with them. The names of the recipe writer. They're proud of them. Calico Beans, Barbara Norris. Skillet Spaghetti, Betty Turley. Hamburger Casserole, Arlene Barbala. The beef nut bread, nobody. Beef spice cake, nobody. Blank. Nobody would...
Oh! Curious! At what point does it feel like you're just chewing on fabric?
possibly assign their name to that. Driven into exile, into anonymity. It's all
beef nut bread. Yeah, we already covered that. That was his first recipe right there. That was the first recipe that he cooked in this video. I think those are the names of the first victims.
coming into focus, but we must persevere. On to the penultimate recipe, recipe number 3, and we're going to be taking a pause from baking and moving into the realm of confectionery. That is, beef confectionery. So if you may cast your gaze over to page 81, you will see we have not 1, but 2 recipes for beef fudge.
The fact that there's not just 1 recipe for beef fudge, but there is 2.
Beef fudge.
What, you don't want some chocolate on your beef?
I now remember why I don't do curse cooking that often. It's purely because it makes me lose faith in humanity that people would come up with recipes like this. What's next? Chicken fudge? Well, that's probably not in this cookbook. This is the beef cookbook.
I do apologize if this is your first introduction to the existence of beef fudge. It is indeed a thing. It's absurd, and it's oft cited as one of the most WTF recipes from yesteryear, and we're going to be making one of them. Pertaining to the makeup of these beefy confections, you can see that Merle Shreve's recipe for beef fudge is homemade, all from scratch, a list of ingredients and a very detailed method. Harriet Stark's recipe for beef fudge uses the recipe on the back of the tin. It's the $1 million fudge recipe found on the back of the marshmallow cream jar. She says,
What's even the difference at that point? You're still just ruining fudge with beef.
to make that as per usual, but to add 1.5 cups of ground, cooked roast beef in place of nuts.
What?
Why you replace beef with nuts? Or nuts with beef? That doesn't make any sense.
How do you even come to that conclusion is my main question. How do you come up with that? I'm sorry, what was it? Balls. Hang on, I'm now curious. What is this? I guess it just turns into a giant drooling cat. Amazing. By making everything this cookbook, you will obtain a shadow crystal!
I'll say that again. Roast beef in place of nuts. We've moved on from ground beef, darling. We've graduated. Now, funnily enough, the recipe for fudge is still on the back of a 7-ounce marshmallow cream jar. However, it redirects you to a website because they couldn't be bollocksed. Both this jar and the recipe in question are under the Kraft Heinz umbrella, now segmented into the subordinates Jet Puffed and Baker.
Okay, so are we... I guess we're making the, this particular type of fudge. I'm scared. constipation medication. Keep this away from my location.
There's chocolate. And if we go to the website, you can see Fantasy Fudge. It used to be called $1 Million Fudge. They changed the name long ago. It's the same recipe, same lineage. And scanning the ingredients today, you can see we have 3 cups of sugar, 3/4 of a cup of butter or margarine, 2/3 of a cup of evaporated milk, 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate, 7 ounces of marshmallow cream, a cup of chopped walnuts, and a teaspoon of vanilla.
And we're supposed to replace the walnuts with roast beef. Oh, Lord, give me strength.
We ought to bring that sugar, butter, and evaporated milk to a full rolling boil and cook it until it reaches 234 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we add the chocolate, marshmallow cream, stirring until melted, and finally the nuts and the vanilla. We pour that into a 9-inch pan and let it cool. But Dylan, that's a new recipe. Don't worry, I did some digging. Here's a period recipe for the Fantasy/$1 Million Fudge, and as you can see, man, it's pretty much the same. The only real differences being this asks for it to be cooked to 238 degrees Fahrenheit, and to be poured into a 13 by 9-inch pan. You know, I was about to say I cleaned this really well to get the beef flavors out, but it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it's not really gonna change anything, because just put beef back into it. What, don't like your chocolate meat cubes? I think I'd rather hang myself, thank you. Chocolate meat cubes.
Off to the races with 3 big old cups of sugar. Let's get our margarine in there. 2/3 of a cup of evaporated moo juice. And we start by cooking just this, boiling it, and bringing it to the softball stage. You know, it's worth noting that this recipe can be considered a legit fudge. Barring the beef, of course, because it's looking for precise temperatures and stages and all that stuff. You might remember my Velveeta fudge, or the peanut butter fudge. And those fudges aren't so much fudges as they are solidified buttercream frostings, just held together by the sheer might and starches of powdered sugar. They're still good though, but this is more legit. It's so hot in here, sorry if I'm shiny. Before we fire this, let's get everything else ready so that we're prepared. 12 ounces of chalky chips coming right up. Did you know that?
Oh, right. This is gonna include chocolate with our beef.
Chocolate with your beef.
Go north, go south, anywhere but my mouth.
That these chocolate chips were invented specifically because of the cookie. The Toll House chocolate chip cookie came before chocolate chips were invented. These were produced just to make the cookie easier. Read all about it in Baking Across America. Let's open this up. Is it gonna pop? Take your bets. Oh, a little creamy.
Holy sh! It should explode.
Contamination never hurt anyone. Now tell me what you think about this business with the ground cooked roast beef, because we need to get that ready too, and I trust your discerning beef fudge palates. Is there a world where they ever mean shredded roast? Or like, are they talking about roast beef, roast beef?
Either way, I'd be concerned, because one is a lunch meat, the other one is something else entirely, and it's not really gonna be good. On God, comrade, it can't be that bad. So far, the last 2 baking with beef recipes have been not very good.
Half of mine just to chop this up now. We need 1.5 cups of the stuff. Oh my gosh, it smells like a deli up in here. In place of nuts, use roast beef. I've never heard such a thing. I've never heard such a thing in my life. I mean, what a substitution. Hey, I don't have any nuts. Can I use beef?
Seriously, how does one even come to that conclusion that they could just replace nuts with beef? How so? Take a wild fucking guess! It's beef! Combined with fucking sugar and other garbage. Beef isn't really designed for this.
The feeling this needs to be really fine. You know what? It says ground, so let's grind it. I only want us to do this once. Clear! Please be 1.5 cups. Oh, it's on the money. You know what? That bodes well. Maybe they did mean deli roast beef, because that package size has not changed in a while. Which means the only thing we have left for the mise en place is Nilla. Let's go.
Beef with sugar, yeah! It's baking! It's baking with beef! Of course there's gonna be sugar! It is, was, and will be that bad.
Go! Now, as this comes to the boil, I should tell you that I decided to go with the old school recipes instruction as far as pan size is concerned, and I'm going to be using a 13 by 9. I've already put a parchment.
You can't
in
destroy
there.
a toilet
The new
without a
recipe says
meal
9
like
square.
this.
It's just the difference between thick and thin fudge. But I am using the new recipes instruction for temperature. It says 234, the old says 238. You never know if they've changed the temperature because they've changed the ingredients in the marshmallow cream, and I don't want any scorching. Boy, if you thought baking was the only thing to change with altitude, you'd be wrong, because confectionery and candy changes with elevation as well. And that's all because of air pressure, baby. Technically, this asks for 234 degrees Fahrenheit, but at my altitude of 7,200 feet, that's going to be closer to 220 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about a 2 degree Fahrenheit reduction per 1,000 feet gained in elevation, and that's just because of air pressure. It is relentless, and it looks like
I didn't even know that. That's good to know, actually.
we're just about there. Again, if we were to take this to this softball stage, which is assuming we're at sea level, it would actively be too high. We're looking for 220, or if we were following the old recipe that's asking for 238, we would be looking for 224. But you're probably not as high as me. All right, I'm gonna call it. Let's throw in the chips and the marshmallow cream. Oh, that looks
Alright,
good.
some of the more
Too
regular
bad, in goes the
ingredients.
beef.
Never mind. I was just about to say some of the more regular ingredients, and then the fucking bowl of shredded roast beef goes in from the top rope to fuck it up.
This is terrible. Don't forget about the vanilla. All right, let's...
Oh, of course. Almost forgot. It also has the first recipe had vanilla extract as well, and yeah, it didn't go well either. So yeah, this is not going to end well.
pour this out. Great work, everyone. And we just need to let that cool completely. Good morrow, sports fans. Are you ready for some beef fudge? How about that for a chocolate patio? Admittedly, I was worried it wasn't going to set because it was rather thin when we poured it out, wasn't it? But it took a long time to cool down, and it's fairly solid now. I do not, however, think we can lift this straight out by the parchment. Maybe that's why they changed it to a 9-inch square, to make it, easier to come out as a block. I suppose a good old-fashioned test wouldn't hurt. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it does come out.
Beef fudge. I shall cut this straight down the middle like a maniac. Okay, folks, what do we think? It's a fudge. I can't
tell if it's because of the beef or the lighting, but it just looks like bricks of Spam. It looks like bricks of Spam, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Can't see any beef here from the exterior. It's got a nice crackly top. It is a bit soft, but I mean, 234 is a degree below what most would consider softball stage, even at sea level, so maybe they just want a soft fudge. Just make sure to cool it down. Don't have a hot kitchen. We need to taste it, don't we?
Yeah, you gotta... No way.
How bizarre. I can't say I registered the beef. All right.
What?
I'm not going so far as to say that beef improves the flavor of any fudge out there, but the flavor profile of roast beef seems to fairly match that of the chocolate. I'm not explaining it well, but that curve is kind of analogous. Oh my god. I would eat this. And I don't know what that says about me. It's not because beef somehow makes a superior fudge. It's because the flavor of the beef seems to be driven into exile. Perhaps that speaks well to the magic of chocolate over anything else.
Well, fuck me sideways. We finally found at least a good one. That's probably primarily because of the chocolate. It's so thick with chocolate it can't even be detected. Yeah. I'm not really sure if we should count it because of that. But, I guess technically this one is the only good one. 1 out of 3 so far, but apparently he has a 4th one ready, so...
Or that it's just been heated so hot that the deli notes are gone. 1.5 cups of roast beef in a fudge, and I'm not in peril. Folks, can we consider this a marginal success? 1 success out of 4 thus far? And I mean, if you want to add some protein to your fudge, you have my dubious seal of approval. Wow. Alrighty, honored guests, all hands on deck because we've reached our grand finale. The final
Here we
recipe
go.
we're going to be doing in the Sheridan County Cowbell's all-beef cookbook. And you say, Dylan, what might that be? Well, on page 86, beneath our fallen honored foe, the beef spice cake, you'll see a recipe.
You know, I should have expected that that would be one that he would probably try and cook. Chocolate cake and beef. I'm surprised that you aren't picking up on the no-bake chocolate beef cookies. We are nowhere near done with chocolate and beef.
Recipe that we're not going to be doing for no-bake chocolate beef cookies. You can see the recipe in question. Beef sugar plum.
Oh no, never mind. It somehow gets worse.
Oh yeah. Yes, I'm afraid it's so...
I'm beefing it. Currently trying to sneak around. Thank God I have this amount of chocolate so I can't be detected said beef.
Appears at present that the storied Victorian confection of yore, the sugar plum, seems to have an all-American beef brethren. And you say, Dylan, what is a sugar plum? Well, historically it was either a fruit, a nut, a seed, or a spice coated over and over again in a sugar syrup that would be colored. That syrup would harden to form little balls of very festive hard candies. My compatriot Max Miller actually made a video where he laboriously manufactured his own sugar plums, and I suppose now it's our time to shine with beef sugar plums.
Yeah, no, beef sugar plums are not gonna end well. I have some beef with the motherfucker who makes this horrid concept of a thing.
Ingredients are as follows: 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of brandy flavoring. There's no hooch in that house. A cup of chopped walnuts, a cup of cooked ground beef. Again, they want us to cook the beef before we throw it in there.
Oh no.
1 1/2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, a medium apple, and a cup of raisins chopped. And if we are to see what lies in our future, we're to melt the butter in a saucepan. Add the cooked beef, raisins, and apple and brown sugar. Now that part is basically just making mincemeat with meat. Cook that over low heat until mixture becomes thick. Got it. Add nuts and cool. Okay, then add the brandy. Work in graham cracker crumbs and form into small balls. All right, so I mean, this is basically like a protein ball recipe.
A protein ball recipe, but with sugar in it. I don't anticipate this going well.
Minus the protein and peanut butter and stuff. We roll those balls in powdered sugar after balls are cold. And store in covered container in refrigerator. Improves with age. You know, I doubt that. Let's get ourselves started with some graham cracker crumbs. We need 1 1/2 cups. Let's see where this gets us. Just like that. Now, you know me, I don't recommend a lot of kitchen appliances. I'm of the mind that you can do a lot on manpower alone. You simply don't need them. However, a food processor is one of those great things that you never realized you needed until you get one. Like I say, it's a blender that doesn't complain. All right, we have our 1 1/2 cups of graham cracker crumbs ready, and I'm going to empty this out and shove an apple in there because the apple needs to be ground.
Okay. So ground apple, beef, graham crackers, powdered sugar. This is repulsive. Beef sugar plums is actually the type of thing that would make you bleed internally for 120 seconds and casualties unknown.
And I'm going to immediately contradict myself because this is a great tool too. 3, 2, 1. I think that'll be stellar. We're using a Granny Smith apple, and I mean, this is going to brown a little bit in the meantime, but it'll only be cosmetic. On to the walnuts. I love walnuts. Chopping walnuts for beef sugar plums. I have this theory that people who say they don't like walnuts are really just accustomed to bad and off and rancid walnuts, because I don't know about y'all, but I've been getting a lot of bad walnuts recently from the store. I mean, within date, I bought a bag the other day, and it was rancid from the get-go. I was like, what's wrong with people and their packaging of nuts? Look at that, I'm an absolute pro, right on the money. Raisin time. Now, whilst we're here, it's worth explaining, piercing through some of the recipe fog, some clarification. Whenever you see 1 cup of chopped walnuts, no punctuation. That means you measure chopped walnuts to equal 1 cup. However, when you see 1 cup of raisins, comma, chopped, you're to measure a cup of raisins and then chop them after. It's a bit daft, isn't it? But that's just the way it be. And I will...
That... Another useful thing to keep in mind, I suppose. That's good to know.
I'll chop these with a knife to the best of my ability, because when you put raisins in a food processor, just like figs and dates, it kind of just turns into a hard paste. And there we have it. Can I confer with you for a moment? The recipe says to melt butter in a saucepan and then add the cooked beef et al. I'm very lazy. I don't like to do that many dishes. Might you allow me the liberty to cook the beef in the saucepan and then simply add the butter after? Now, this is not lean...
At this point, do whatever the fuck you want, Dylan. I don't know. That's just the way it beef. Oh my god.
beef, so I may drain this a bit once it's cooked. Here goes nothing. But you know, for a moment, my mind glazed over the ridiculousness of this. I'm going to drain this so as to not anger the beef council.
That's not the right way to make the beef sugar plums. You're supposed to drain it.
All right, and now we add in a tablespoon of butter. Once that's melted, add the raisins, apple, and our cup of brown sugar. And again, we're essentially just making a mincemeat here. I mean, it even kind of looks like mincemeat. We're just using ground beef instead of suet. The apples have released their water, so it's fairly liquid. As far as using cow products in desserts is concerned, this recipe so far is the truest form of them all. I mean, it even smells good. I won't lie, though I really am resisting the urge to put in some cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff. It is a troubled mincemeat, and look, it's just starting to get thick. Okay, I am calling it now, so in goes the walnuts. We're gonna do a little mixy-do and let it cool.
Nuts.
Let's get this in here so you can see. Lovely jubbly! We'll be using a teaspoon of the finest rum on the planet, the export of my home country of Bermuda. And finally, for this stage, the cracker crumbs. Whether or not this will form a ball remains to be seen, so hold your breath. Ooh, it's looking good, Captain. Let's take a test. We'll use a cookie scoop to portion. All right.
Roughly ball-shaped, I guess.
If we go by smell alone, I have the most faith in this recipe because even though it didn't taste it, the beef fudge had that deli smell about it. I found that rolling these with wet hands makes this a whole lot easier. I mean, some of these are just going to be raggedy, but even the best of us are sometimes. They are absolutely old-fashioned looking, but they don't look bad, do they? And the penultimate step is just to chill these down.
I don't want to exactly say that they don't look bad, but I'm still... This is the stuff you throw at Elon Musk. I would throw these at Elon Musk. I don't care how good they are.
Rest of the recipes in the Baking with Beef chapter, let me admit to you that they're not all as outlandish as the recipes I've picked for us to do today. Take, for example, page 84 and 85, where you'll find not one, not two, but 3 recipes for suet pudding, a dessert that you'd expect to find bits of the cow in. One of these suet puddings the cowboys apparently used to call son of a gun in a sack. I like that.
I'm sorry?
Suet puddings the cowboys apparently used to call son of a gun in a sack.
Okay, that's funny. I am not reading that message, Rusty is.
I like that. There's also a great hors d'oeuvre-y looking beef and cheese bread that has a yeast-risen dough, shredded Swiss cheese, and thinly sliced smoked beef. I'm down with that. But they are now ready to rock and roll. Just coat these around. I'd hazard to say they look like a snowball. Quite welcoming, lest you know what lies beneath. Behold the beef sugar plums and weep. And I mean, they held together, they rolled well, and they look rather festive. Cheers.
I'm scared. No way.
Dare I say that's lovely?
Ain't no way. No!
The top notes I'm picking up on are raisin and apple. I can taste the rum or the brandy if you choose so. There's a chew from the nuts. It looks good. What a strange day. Wow, they are mincemeat protein balls. Emphasis on the meat, sure. And if you don't believe me, and I know some of you don't, you've got the recipe. Whip up a batch and see for yourself. I'm quite certain that you'd like them. Okay, perhaps certain's a strong word. The texture, no, not the texture. There's a resistance, a bounce to this that is unnatural. I mean, everything else about this is straightened up and flying right. Even the flavor, the apples and the raisins and the brown sugar seems to have taken the beef in and allowed it to shine. It's rather harmonious, not hidden like the beef was in the beef fudge, but the beef here is incognito. I can't quite believe I'm sat here.
Yeah, it does feel wrong. I mean, hey, I guess it at least ended off on a relatively positive note. I certainly won't be making it, or eating it, but each to their own, I guess. I'm turning blue-winged. Can I breathe again? Please, start breathing! Good God! Oh, cool, we can do this. God. Cool, we can do this. Let's do the infinity room, fuck you. Oh, cool, we can do this. God. Cool, we can do this. It's time for the infinity room, everybody! Oh, cool, we can do this. God. Cool, we can do this. It's time for the infinity room, everybody! Oh, cool, we can do this. God. Cool, we can do this. It's time for the infinity room, everybody! Oh, cool, we can do this. God.
It's just cute.
Do you like the infinity room, everybody?
It's just cute.
Do you like the infinity room, everybody? Keep going!
We love the infinity room.
Do you like the infinity room, everybody? Keep going! Fraud, third disintegration loop. Do you like the infinity room, everybody? Keep going! Fraud, third disintegration loop. Do you like the infinity room, everybody? Keep going! Fraud, third disintegration loop. Do you like the infinity room, everybody? Keep going! Fraud, third disintegration loop. Alright, anyways, let's see this one. I just got reminded of the fact that Pirate Software wrote Heartbound's code so badly he can't even future-proof it. Honestly, who the fuck else is surprised by that? Because I'm not.
Yeah, no.
I'm genuinely not surprised by that.
Zero surprise there.
Alright, let's see this. We got a couple of other things I want to take a look at. What is this one? Soft serve beer. The title of this one is just, if you've ever wanted a subpar slushie that tastes like beer, this is it. Let's see what this is.
I was today years old when I found out that, in theory, there is nothing stopping you from putting beer in the Ninja Creamy for a soft-serve booze ice cream cone.
But why would you do that, though?
Someone please try this for science.
Okay, fair enough.
Huh. That's kind of slushy, like... Yep, okay. So I should say, not a big beer guy, but even having said that, it's not great. Out of 10.
Yeah, don't worry, I wasn't planning on making the beer cream, so... Oh. Okay, thanks, Dan, for sending me Fraud Third Disintegration Loop. I forgot. What the fuck is this? Why was this sent in Cursed Cooking? Peanut butter and wet sandwich?
What?
Peanut butter, soaked water bread, and jelly.
How do you kill?
Ask, why would you send this? How'd you feel about the space segment? I liked it. What exactly makes the wet slice sour? I don't fucking know! I don't like this. Whoever came up with this idea, whether it was you, Osk, or one of your friends,
Die.
I hope they suffer the inconvenience of 1,000 missing ink cartridges. Because that is revolting. Anyways, it is time.
Me block.
Indeed. I don't remember where we left off. I think we're probably still in free hard mode, right?
Definitely. I
Alright.
think we could maybe get the flesh today, I think.
Maybe. Air jail. Yes, air jail. Skeleton getting atomized.png. Hang on, I gotta actually bring the game up on screen here. I'll replace my Deltarune tab with Terraria. There we go. Any second now, game. There we go. Alrighty.
I can't wait
This
for
is the one.
T-Mod 1.5. Eventually trademark, of course.
Yeah. There we go. Setting up the server. We will get started.
Yes.
Fucking... I don't care, Windows security. You can gargle my fucking balls. Alright, anyways. Here we are.
Yeah, it was this one.
Alright, I have a Muramasa right now. Oh yeah, I just remembered. The one sword that I'm missing is the Blade of Grass. I'm missing the Blade of Grass. We need we need to build up that fucking underground jungle a little bit more, because I need that.
Yeah.
I forgot that we had a teleporter there. Hang on. There it is. Teleporter to the jungle.
Yeah. I don't think it's like too. Though I think enemies can spawn.
Well, I know that enemies can spawn. I just mainly need the fucking, the Spore Blossom. That's what it is. That's what I'm missing. At least I'm getting stingers. I'm already 2 away from getting the, thing. Did I get any vines? I did get vines. How many vines do I need for the
I don't think the Blade of Grass needs vines.
It does. Remember, 1.4.4 changed the recipe. It used to not require vines, but I know it requires vines because, again, I played Split 1.4.4, and it required vines then, and it probably requires vines now. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see that we actually have an underground jungle.
Yeah. I think...
on this side, anyway.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that it's at least deep enough for Spore Blossoms to spawn.
I mean, I do remember getting some spores, like, at one time.
The touch of grass. Can't wait for Toby to add another random game to Deltarune. It's not like we already have Punch-Out!, Guitar Hero, WarriorWare, and Hollow Knight already.
We're gonna add Deltarune.
We're adding Deltarune to Deltarune.
Yeah. The natural next step.
Of course, let's also not forget about fucking classic Legend of Zelda also being part of Deltarune with Chapter 3 as well. Okay, can whatever enemy is up there come down here so that way I can kill you? Okay, where the fuck were those stingers coming from then? Okay, there's moon growing down here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are the spore blossoms? Also, why was I not picking up the coins there? Have yet to start Chapter 5. I hope I do not get spoilers here. You should probably play Chapter 5 at some point soon, because it's really fucking good. Ow. Alright, there I go.
Bone sword.
Boner sword.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, where's the guide? I need to know. Blade of grass. Blade of grass requires 3 vines. I need 15 jungle spores. Literally the only thing that I'm missing are the jungle spores.
Probably need to extend it quite a bit then.
Yeah, I think that's probably something we gotta do.
Maybe make a bit underneath the current thing that we have.
Maybe?
I can think
Could
of
work.
doing.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Bezel. Hey. No. If it wants me to, if it's gonna let me pick it up.
Imagine it doesn't.
Oh my god. There we go. Got it.
And there goes a nymph.
Oh well. It's not like they're very useful. You know.
They probably have the most useless fucking drop we could possibly ever get.
Why?
Who was the bastard that woke up the fucking tavern keep?
Who woke him up? I don't know who woke him up.
I know it wasn't me, because I try to make sure that that bastard never wakes up.
Same.
I need more jungle grass seeds. Can you come back? Oh my god, why do the hornets keep running away from me?
Yeah, what? What's up?
The hornets. I wish there were enemies that drop jungle spores.
Jungle slimes. Jungle slimes, whatever.
My big fucking flaming sword. God damn it with the poison effect!
Yeah, I do think poison is like the worst thing here currently.
And there's Bone Merchant down here.
What's he got?
Nothing useful.
Fair enough.
There's my big fluffy fucking tail. I fucking love that line. I forgot that I had a flamerang with me. It's actually a pretty good weapon. I should probably use it more often.
Not half bad.
And you used it for split, so I mean, like, I have to say it's pretty good. I think I might die.
Don't do that.
I'm afraid I don't have much of a choice. I might die here. I'm gonna get the fuck out. Why do I have a revolver in my inventory?
I don't know. Up.
Oh. Okay, cool.
I think you should have dealt with the poison.
What the fuck could I have done?
The nurse, but I don't know where she is actually.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the problem.
Oh, she's right here.
Oh well. Doesn't matter, because at least I died here and not out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, true. Right, I was probably gonna try and get some more mud so I can extend, or at least make a bit more of the jungle.
Now I need to expand the jungle. I need my spores.
Muspore.
I need spores. I'm hungry. Holy fucking swarm of hornets!
Whatever.
Uh-oh. I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Good job.
You needed to find the antidote. What fucking antidote? I don't have one! What are accessories looking like? Anything wording. Oh. My shield is kind of not fucking good. Should probably reforge that.
Kinda.
I have money for that, I'm pretty sure. I don't want lucky. I don't want lucky! Don't want violent either. I'll take menacing. Let me also make a campfire to at least put here. There we go. Bone sword. Why am I? Oh my god.
Huh.
Feral fucking bite!
We love feral bite.
The
So
fucking feral bite that I hate. Uh-oh.
Fucking debuff that we hate.
Uh-oh. There we go. Why are you in the water?
Crafting mud.
Oh, alright. Checks out.
I don't think what I could do for like the lower bit of our thing here.
I mean, I know that at some point we'll need a pretty decently sized jungle for, a certain bastard
Yeah.
later, but, you know.
Yeah, but that's later. Don't need to worry about that now. Meow. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And even
Wait, when did we encounter the Dungeon Guardian, or is that just unlocked after we kill, Skeletron?
Wait, okay, I think I know this. Yeah, Dungeon Guardian dies after you defeat Skeletron.
No, I'm talking about the Bestiary entry. I know that the Dungeon Guardian stopped
Oh,
spawning
okay, never mind.
after defeating Skeletron.
It's out of my depth.
I just
that
don't.
is
I just don't remember
beyond
how
what I
the.
know.
I don't remember how the Terraria Bestiary exactly works.
Bummer.
well, you see, it works by
Kite.
It simply works, Your Honor.
It just works.
like Todd Howard said that one time.
Exactly.
This. I need these bits hanging off. Bits.
Perish slimes.
Okay, I just wanted to check in, see how y'all doing. I'm glad y'all doing okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See ya. I'm sorry, that man-eater was attached to the fucking cloud platform. How in the fuck? Ow.
Unlucky.
Thanks, game. Thanks.
Thanks, game.
When did I get an ancient necro helmet?
Crazy.
When did I pick
I
that?
feel like once we have the Contaminator, doing things like this will be so much easier.
True.
Because steampunk sounds like a solution for jungle, right? Or whatever it is.
I think so?
Unless that's a mod I'm thinking of.
I don't remember. I genuinely do not remember. I forgot that I had the imp staff. Why is the clothier just wandering around?
Bro's out for a stroll, I guess.
And right now he's selling r/Terraria and r/Terraria 2023. He's selling Reddit.
Like, there's one for the jungle.
Well, fuck.
Unfortunately.
That fucking sucks.
So it definitely must have been like a mod or something, I think.
Probably. Here. Why is there a pinky all the way down here? Bro is certainly lost. I'm surprised that there's moon glow slimes, but no jungle spore slimes.
I mean, to be fair, jungle grass seeds drop from any slime, really, right?
That is true, but... You can also get moon glow seeds pretty easily, but, you know. Anyways, I'll be right back. I have to grab myself a drink. water. Why am I holding out a kite? Why do I just start holding out a kite for no reason? Alrighty. I have a lot of stingers.
Thing is, we have like 7 spores in the chest.
Yeah, but I need like, I think 12 of them for the blade of grass.
15.
Exactly. And these fuck-ass jungle spores are extremely fucking rare for some reason. Why are jungle spores so fucking rare? So do you want this revolver? I don't even know why I have it. Alrighty. That is a lot of man-eaters, Jesus Christ. out of here. Also, Sky Biscuit, I think you might be muted.
I'm not muted, no.
Oh, you're just
I'm just not speaking.
You're just unusually silent.
Yeah.
Why are fucking... why are jungle spores so fucking rare, is my main question.
I have no idea.
They honestly shouldn't be this rare. I'm sorry, I got cursed for a second there, that's great.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't say, like, on the wiki, the chance of them spawning.
It doesn't?
It just says they have a random chance to.
Brilliant. Fantastic. We just have no idea how random that chance of spawning is. Why am I holding on to Spelunker potions? Genuinely fucking useless potion to have for for this game mode.
Actually.
Your parts were misplaced by a jungle spike.
My favorite.
That is certainly a death message. Did this fucking game just cuck me of a flying kite right as I started flying it? Thanks, game. Thanks a lot, game. I almost just offed myself by falling there. That wouldn't have gone well. My fucking health! I just want my spores, bro. What does this do again? Oh. That's what that does. Easter block. Imagine he adds Devil May Cry or Doom into Chapter 6. That would be fucking hilarious. Welcome to Devil May Deltarune, or whatever the fuck you would call that. Alright, the arms dealer wouldn't even sell anything useful for me. Gotta love how the angler is named fucking Jimmy. Perfectly fitting name for the little shit. Oh wow, that was fast. Hey Jimmy, here's your fucking fish. Now die. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy.
What did the child give you?
He gave me the dynamite fish, which I caught almost instantly. But all he gave me were 2 lousy fishing potions.
I mean, hey, fishing potions are fine.
It'd probably be better if I actually had more bait to work with. I just realized, can
you?
Can I even do anything with these fish? What do I need in order to make cooked fish? Cooking pot. Or a campfire.
And that's easily made.
Well, both of these just gotta do the exact same thing, so it doesn't really matter which one I make.
Yeah, most fish just craft into...
Fish! Is that a pinky with a top hat? I don't know, I think so. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. And all these enemies not so kindly fuck off. That would be fantastic. Well, I'm next to a campfire here, game. Where can I make the... Oh, there we go. There we go. That was weird. No shit. I have skull emoji! I have a skull now. Probably won't wear it though, but it's just funny that I have it. Those guys just love fish!
To be honest, I feel like I could cut this bit of the thing off here, since nothing's growing here anyway.
Why does jungle grass just take fucking forever to grow?
I have no clue. Wish I did.
Saw it in the jail part of your NPC prison. Hang on. I wasn't paying attention to the town slimes that we even had. Oh yeah, that is a pink slime with a hat. Huh. Didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm gonna put the skull onto the mannequin. There we go.
Also, you say NPC prison. I feel like what we have is better than what some people make for their NPCs.
Yeah, at least we have more than just wooden boxes. It comes in a variety of different flavors.
Yeah.
We have wood, slime, office, or various flavors of stone.
Yes. My favorite.
And of course, we also have a few other houses around the world. Mainly just 2 others. But unfortunately, they're not nearly as fancy as the main base. I'm sorry. How good is the mechanics rod compared to the flesh catcher? Flesh catcher is 22.
I think
This says 35%. Okay, flesh catcher is worse. So I guess I will just upgrade my fishing rod there.
Yeah.
Because why the fuck not? Neon Tetra. Fuck does a neon tetra turn into? Seafood dinner.
Again, yeah, like I said, most fish are just like used to make seafood dinner and such.
Well, I mean, the bass is mainly either used for cooked fish or blackened fish, apparently.
It's only like certain fish that are used for like potions and such.
Well, still, food items are good.
Yeah, obviously.
I'll just fish mainly because why not? And I almost immediately got a crate. What's inside? A tsunami in a bottle. I guess that's cool. Bombs?
Yeah, that's a few man-eaters.
How many man-eaters are down there?
A few.
Okay, smartass. How many would a few be in this instance?
Like 9 or 10 or something.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is a few.
Thankfully, I was far enough away from them to not get hit by them.
Are frogs eat? I doubt that frogs are used as bait. Yeah, they're not used as bait. I don't know why I would think that. Yeah, did I just pick it? I was paying attention. Probably just more neon tetra. Thank you, imp staff. Yes, I love how I saw crates floating around in the water, but I didn't get a single fucking crate!
Yeah. That's just how it is sometimes, you know.
Thanks, game.
I see.
Oh. Damn it.
Where is the...
Jesus!
Oh?
I swear to God, if we have another fucking storm coming... that's...
What?
How the fuck did it register my hook being cast out to the fucking abyss?
Into the abyss.
There goes my fish right into the fucking shadow realm, I guess. How do you craft a cooking pot again?
I think it's just like iron lead stuff. That is something
it's-
I want to say.
I think it's probably iron and wood. That's my main guess. Let me
Yeah.
ask All Reliable. Hey, guide, I need help. That is not what I'm looking for. Cooking pot. 10 iron, 2 wood. Cool. So yeah, iron and wood. Where is all of our iron? Are we dead ass? Oh, thank fuck. Okay, we did have some. We did have some iron laying around. Never mind. Never mind. We're good.
Plus, I'm sure you can make some anyway.
Excuse me.
It's fine.
There we go. Now we have a cooking pot.
Yay.
Double cod. Double cod. How do I make seafood dinner?
Double cod.
Oh, I have just enough for a seafood dinner. Yummers. Oh, and I can turn the golden carp into a golden delight if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I will save this for the wall of flesh.
It's probably a good idea, yeah.
Is exquisitely stuffed is a good one. That's a good buff to have on your side. Okay, why is it that on the surface jungle everything grows like fucking crazy? Meanwhile, the underground jungle, barely anything is growing.
I have no clue. Wish I could.
Cool, seaweed. Fantastic, I love it. Ah, cool, a double cock. Neon tetra. Something bite my hook, please. Oh wait, I just remembered one thing. I remembered a thing. A thing that is kind of useful to fishing, I think. Because I think if you're sat in a chair, it also increases your fishing power, if I remember correctly. Wonderful. First thing I got was seaweed. That's not where I want the hook to... You know, I would love it if my fucking hook would stop flying off into the abyss.
The endless abyss. Also, it is very dark, I will.
Oh yeah, torches would probably also help too. Okay, why does that light just keep fucking burning out and then randomly coming back? That is annoying. Double what? You heard me. I don't need to repeat myself. We do have an extractinator at home, right?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Pretty sure we do.
Yeah. Because you can extractinate, fishing junk into, other things. I don't remember if that was a new addition or not. Also, I picked up some, mushroom... or, not mushroom grass. That'd be weird if I got mushroom grass seeds from the fucking jungle.
Yeah.
Another grubby added to my sacrifice counter. Another double cod. Neon Tetris can only be turned into campfire fish or seafood dinner. I'll make more seafood dinners. And then the rest of this can just be turned into that. What is this one? Escargot. Wait, that also gives me... Why does that give me plenty satisfied?
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Meanwhile, a full fucking fish only gives me well fed. What fucking sense does that make?
Yes.
Thanks, game. Terraria's logic continues to elude me because it doesn't actually exist. There we go. Hello, welcome back. I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's in another language entirely. What's the bastard's fishing quest today?
Actually, yeah, that's a good one. That's not what I wanted to do.
Let's see here. Oh, we don't have a desert! How the fuck am I supposed to catch a fish that doesn't exist?
I mean, I could maybe, like, shimmer potions to get glass and such.
Can you shimmer glass into sand?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Good to know.
From potions into...
Fair enough. We do have those Spelunker potions, you could just waste those, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Searching for a fish that doesn't exist. Ah yes, it's my new king in yellow, searching for a fish that doesn't exist.
Or you could also alternatively shimmer magic mirrors.
I'm not wasting that. Well, actually, how many magic mirrors do we even have to waste?
I don't know.
I was about to say, we don't really need to waste magic mirrors, but then I remembered, we have fucking mimics this early on into the game, we can always just get more.
Yeah.
Magic mirrors aren't as much of a problem as they are in just regular worlds, so it's fine.
Yeah, plus we already have our magic mirrors, so it's not really
The one thing that I find really funny about Superflat is that the things that would normally be a fucking pain in the ass to get are supremely easy to get. Meanwhile, the things that would normally be easy to get are fucking pain in the ass to get.
Yeah.
Like fucking jungle spores! Do jungle spores drop from jungle crates?
I don't think they do, no.
Oh no, let me check.
They should.
I just gotta check.
I doubt they do.
Why did Dan just send me an edit of his own comment saying, I have some knowledge on the topic too?
I have some knowledge on the topic. I remember seeing that under the Yarim video, if you remember that. What knowledge does bro have?
What knowledge does bro have? Alright, hang on, I gotta see. Jungle spores, Terraria. Yeah, no, it doesn't say that it drops from, Yeah, it doesn't say that it drops from crates. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid.
Do we have any spelunker potions, or do you have them all? Actually, we do have a bunch of swiftness potions.
I put basically all of my spelunker potions into the chest, so
Yeah.
I don't
To be honest, who really uses swiftness potions?
Very, very good 1 pound fish. The fish in yellow is just that one image of a fish on the floor, but it's yellow.
Who pissed on the fish?
Piss fish. Ooh. Ooh. What is this formation that you've created here?
Huh?
What is this?
I don't know. I was just like, maybe we'll get more.
I don't know. If
Listen. It's genius.
looks so fun.
It's genius, I'm telling you.
An IQ too high.
Exactly.
There, Kidderby, you're a new one. Wait, what did I just pick up? Seaweed.
Weed.
Weed of sea.
Quack.
Huh?
I heard the voice acted quack.
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 That's definitely not enough for a desert.
I'm sorry, did I just see a can jump out of the water like it was a fish?
Yes. You did.
What the fuck?
Is there just a singular bottle there?
And that was just a can that jumped out of the water like a fish. Thanks, game.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna start worrying about it now.
You weren't supposed to. Damn it.
You can't stop me. That's not what I wanted to do. Hey, what's your fishing rod?
Also the same.
Mechanics rod?
Yes.
Alright, fair enough. Which fish do you find the most tastiest? Like in real life? I mean, that would just have to go to salmon. Game, can I please, like, get a crate or something like that? I have a 4-leaf clover in my inventory. You need to give me a fucking crate at some point here.
No.
Okay, fuck me sideways then.
Exactly.
The one thing that I wish that Terraria at least added in, at least when it came to, like, potions, is, like, if you drank a potion, it didn't, like, consume the bottle with it. You at least would get the empty bottle back.
Kind of like Minecraft.
Yeah, kind of like Minecraft. I wish that was a thing, but no. I guess we just grab the bottle and shove it down our fucking throat whenever we, whenever we have a potion. Because we never get to see that shit again.
Actually, I have a thing for you that you might like.
What is it? Sonar potion. Sure, yeah. I'll have that.
What did you see this time?
Okay, I forgot what my fucking texture packs were! And one of my texture packs replaces the sound of the sonar potion going off!
With what?
With fish!
Fish.
That caught me off guard!
Sounds amazing.
Yippee, I got a wooden...
Now, I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about making it together. I'll be honest.
Anyways. Oh god. How did I forget that I had this? Fish! Hopefully you guys are ready for this for the next 10 minutes.
Only 8 minutes, actually, but yeah.
No, these last for 10 minutes because I have the alchemical enhancement.
Oh yeah, right. Even better.
So I guess now I know for how much it extends it for. It extends potion duration by 25%. Good to know. Fish! I love the sound of fish!
Interesting. We do have an ocean biome over there.
I think you set one up.
Yeah, I did, and I'm just like seeing the wiki, and apparently you can get sand from shell piles if you extractinate them.
Don't shell piles only happen in naturally occurring ones?
No. No.
Or can you fish
But
those up?
you need to get biome crates.
Ah, no, have fun with that. Because I'm not even having any luck with biome crates myself. I'm getting regular crates. It's not exactly what it is. Fuck me. It's not what I'm looking for! Welcome to the fishing stream.
I mean, that's basically what most Skyblock things turn into. Just the glorified fishing streams. We love fishing, don't we?
Fish! Fish! Fish!
Definitely doesn't drive you insane.
Oh my god, my line broke when I got a fucking jungle crate! Are you kidding me?
See, doesn't drive you insane at all. See, chat, those are the sounds of a mentally stable woman.
These fish are pissing me off. Go off the edge. There we go. And now more bait to work with for the next 5 minutes. These fish are fishing me